Hi everyone, welcome to Saturday Craft. I hope you enjoyed Thursday's super story about the gift God gave to his followers. We're going to be making some fire today. Sounds a bit dangerous, doesn't it? But our fire is made of paper, so it's okay. Do you remember there was a lot of fire in that story? We are going to be making these fire hangers. Don't they look cool? They're like great big flames. So to make your fire, what you need is a piece of paper that's kind of a fire coloured. So I've got a yellow one, but orange or red or something like that would work too. Or you could get a white piece and decorate it with lots of flame colours. You need a pencil. You need a glue stick, a pair of scissors, don't forget to check with the grown-up, and some string or wool or something like that to hang it up with. Okay, let's look at how we can make our flames. Okay, so here we go. I have my yellow piece of paper ready and I need to make it into a square. I need to start with a square piece of paper for this. So I'm going to take the corner, we've done this a few times before, and fold it down so that these edges line up like that. And then I've got my cactus pencil and I'm going to draw a line all the way down this edge, and that tells me which bit I need to cut off to make my paper into a square. So I'm going to do that. There we go. And now I'm ready to start. So I've already got this fold down the middle and I'm going to fold it up again like that. That's perfect. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it diagonally other way like this. And now I need to draw some lines on. Now, how many lines you draw depends how complicated you want your flame to be. So for my one like this, I didn't do too many lines. You could do a lot more than I did, but it makes it a bit fiddly. So if you draw less lines, it will be less fiddly. And if you draw more lines, there'll be more little bits of your flame. Now it's important to start your lines from this edge here. This is the one that is a fold, not this one. This is the one that opens up. I don't want to start my lines from there. I want to start them from this edge. And I'm going to draw them so that they follow this diagonal line. So I actually think I might use my ruler for this. So I've got my ruler. Now I'm going to start my lines from this edge, but I'm not going to go all the way to the other end. I need to get quite close, but not all the way. So look, I've just left that little gap at the end. It's about as wide as my finger is. And I'm going to carry on drawing these lines in, making sure I leave my gap at the end all the way down. And you'll notice your lines get shorter and shorter as you go. There we go. I've drawn my lines so they start from this edge here. This is the one that I just folded, not the one that's open, and they don't quite touch the edge here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully cut along those lines. So I'm going to keep my paper folded up and I'm going to cut along like this. There we go, all cut. And now I'm going to very carefully unfold. That way's easy to unfold, but this way can be a bit tricky. You have to be very gentle with your paper. Here we go. Now I need to start my gluing. So I'm going to start from the inside and I'm going to work my way out. So the first bits I'm going to take are not these little tiny pointy bits in the middle. I'm going to take the next two out and I'm going to wrap them round like this and I'm going to glue them together here. So they're wrapping round like they're making a little tube that I can put my finger down. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there and stick the other one down like that. There it is. Okay, and then I'm going to very carefully, so I don't squash this, I'm going to turn my shape over and I'm going to take the next two and wrap them this way. So I'm going to do one way, then turn it over and do the other one the other way. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here again. There we go. And then glue these together, press them down nice and firmly. There we go. And then again, very carefully turn it back the other way and take my next two and glue them like this. And turn it over again. You have to be quite careful at this point that you're not squashing the bit you've already done. You don't want a flat flame. There we go. Turn it over. And do the next two. Look, I've nearly finished now. There you go. And turn it over one more time to do the last two. It's a bit tricky to hold on to my flame now. It's got very springy. But that's okay because I'm almost done. There we go. And here is my finished flame. I did a few more lines than I did last time. Can you see the difference? This one's got more lines and this one had less lines. Now all I need to do is attach my string. So if you look at the top of your flame, you can still see where it has a little fold. And if you squash that fold so it's folded again, you can use your scissors to do a little snip and a little snip in there. See, I've just taken a tiny little piece of paper out of there by snipping, but when I unfold it, I've got a hole, and it's a good safe way to put a hole in something. Now I'm going to cut a piece of string and thread it carefully through my hole. Remember to ask a grown-up to help you if you need some help with that bit because it's a bit fiddly. And then I'm going to tie my string in a knot, and again I'm sure a grown-up will help you with tying the knot. And there we go. Here is my finished flame. This is the one that I've just made, and this was the one I made a bit earlier. This one I cut more lines out than I did on this one, so you can see they look a little different, but you can have fun figuring out what makes the best flame. And they look really cool if you spin them round, don't they? Do you remember where the flames were in the story? If you can't remember, go and watch that video again. I'll put the link down in the description. I hope you have fun making your flames, and I'll see you tomorrow for Family Sunday. Bye!